To the Medical Microbiology TV. It's Nehemiah, the Medical Microbiology tutor. We'll be looking at today in medical microbiology the difference, between pure microbiology and applied microbiology. Pure microbiology and applied microbiology. All right? We'll be looking at difference between pure microbiology and applied microbiology. Now listen, microbiology is a branch of science that deals with microscopic organisms, which are living organisms that are invisible for the naked eyes. Microbiology is a branch of science that deals with microscopic organisms which are invisible to the naked eyes. And then they are also living organisms, but they are invisible to the naked eyes and can only be seen through the aid of a microscope. Now, don't get it twisted. Not all microscope has the ability to bring into visuality every microorganism. So we have different microorganism requires different microscope for it to be viewed. So microorganism again is a science that studies microbiology again is a science that studies microorganisms which are living organisms that are invisible to the eyes, but with the aid of microscope, they are visible. All right, now microbiology is divided into two. We have the pure microbiology, and then we have the applied microbiology. We have pure microbiology, and then we have applied microbiology. These two is not the same thing. So let's divide the board into two halves. This first half is for pure microbiology. The other half is for applied microbiology. Now, for pure microbiology, let's start with the definition. So, what's a pure microbiology? In fact, a pure microbiology is theoretical. A pure microbiology is theoretical. Applied microbiology is practical. So this is the first thing to know. Pure microbiology is theoretical. Applied microbiology is practical. Let me show you what I mean by that. In theoretical or in pure microbiology, these focus on the understanding of microorganisms, their structure, their characteristics, their genetics, and their lifestyle. This focus on the understanding or the knowledge or the theories of the fundamental concepts of the microorganisms, their structure, their characteristics, their genetic makeup, and their lifestyle. I take it in a simpler term. Now, pure microbiology is simply the aspect of microbiology that focus on the theoretical knowledge of microorganisms. The theoretical knowledge of microorganisms. And those theoretical knowledge are the structures, the characteristics, the lifestyle, and a lot. Now, for practical or for applied microbiology, this is simply the aspect of microbiology that focus on the use of the knowledge and the concept gotten from pure microbiology to solve real-world problems. That's why we can say this guys is practical, this guys is theoretical. All right, having understand that, we want to look at the microorganisms that we study in microbiology. And these microorganisms, I have a word for them, which is BAFAP. BAFAP helminths. BAFAP helminths. Now, B is for bacteria. Now, A is for algae. Now, V is for virus. Now, which one we have now? No, yeah, I've misplaced one, but let's just pick it. F is for fungi. Okay, I misplaced some of those. Now, but we have that A is archaea. Then we have the last one, P, is protozoan. Then we have hermite, H, that is hermite, of course. So, they study buffer hermite, bacteria, algae, virus, fungi, archaea, protozoans, and hermites. This is what we study, this is what we deal with, the microorganisms we deal with in microbiology. It's different from medical parasitology, and which, if you want an in-view of medical parasitology, you can check out our videos on medical parasitology. Visit on your YouTube, WIFRED, that's W.A. Nehemiah Medical Parasitology TV. You see that there. Now, we have here the microbiology. We have differentiated into pure and then into applied. Now, let's use some medical preview, because this TV is actually medical microbiology. So, medical preview, that is, we have definition, now medical approach. We have the medical approach. All right, for the medical approach, the pure microbiology, what it does is that it gave us the knowledge of microorganism, the morphologies, the physiologies, and all the genetic makeup, and the structures, and the compositions, and the characteristics, and the lifestyle of microorganisms, giving us a preview of an application into the medical microbiology, which is an applied concept of microbiology. Now, it gives us the fundamental knowledge of microorganism. That is over here for the medical approach of pure microbiology. But for applied microbiology, it gives us the application of the knowledge from pure microbiology into solving problems, real-world problems like diagnosis of disease, like curative approach to infectious disease, and also the prevention of that disease. So it helps us to use knowledge from here, that is medical approach, to the difference between these on the board. Medical approach over here, it used knowledge from the theoretical aspect of microbiology to solve real-world problems like diagnosis, prevention, and cure or curative measure for infective or infection diseases. Now, we will look at the branches of pure microbiology and applied microbiology. So let's look at the branches of those. Now, the first one, the branches or the discipline. Now, for here, we have bacteriology. We have two. Please tell us what bacteriology means. This is study of bacteria. The study of bacteria, when I mean, as I've told you, theoretical aspect of microbiology is talking about is pure microbiology. So we're talking about the study of bacteria, you're talking about the gene, you're talking about the gene structure, you're talking about the cell walls, you're talking about the lifestyle, you're talking about the morphology and physiology aspect of the microorganisms. So we have the next one, which is mycology. This is the study of bacteria. This guy is the study of fungi. Over here. So we have phycology. This guy is the study of algae. All right. Now, what do we do when we study fungi? We're studying different aspects of fungi, the molds, the yeast, and the mushroom. Now, we have algae. Algae may be multicellular or unicellular. They are photosynthetic organisms, and then we'll be looking at those in phycology. So we have virology, which is the study of virus. So we have protozoology, which is the study of protozoan. So we have nematologies, which is the study of nematode. I won't forget this one. It's not all that we have in the branches of pure microbiology. There are a lot of those, but I want to add one, which is microbiology. Let's put that one over here. Now, in this aspect of microbiology, it studies the microorganism in relation to their environment. Take for instance, there is a disease, an infectious disease somewhere in the body of an organism or human, wherever there is a disease. The case of that microbiology studies the environment of that disease, studies what helped that microorganism to thrive, to grow. Are you following what I'm saying now? Now, if it studies that aspect, what causes the microorganism to grow and what will cause the microorganism, make the environment unfavorable for the microorganism. That's what we're looking at in microbiology. So we're looking at applied, the first one there, which is one this TV is made of, medical MCB, medical microbiology. In medical microbiology, we're using the knowledge we got from applied microbiology into solving real-world problem of diagnosis, of prevention of diseases, and of curative measures to infectious diseases. So we have agricultural microbiology. Now, in agricultural microbiology, we use the knowledge of microorganisms for enhancing the yielding of crops, prevention of disease of crops. We enhance the yielding of crops, prevention of disease of crops, and also we use microscopic organisms to enhance the fertility of the soil. So wonderful. All right, we have another one, which is called industrial microbiology. Industrial MCB. Now, in industrial microbiology, it's a branch under biotechnology. You see, many industrial products are produced from microbiology. Microbiology is used for the preservation of some of the food you are eating. Yeah, microorganisms can be used to produce many of those things that you see in the market. So microorganisms are used in industries, not just for food or industrial products. Then that will lead me to food microbiology. Food microbiology. Now, this one just specified on the food industry, where microscopic organisms are used for production of food. Take, for instance, the alcoholic industry, the beer producing industry, all the malts, all the lagers, all the beer, the stars, and the lagers, all the drinks, the alcoholic drinks or the wines that you produce it, all of them is being produced by the use of microorganisms. So that's an area of applied microbiology. Though we are not saying that this is all that is therein in the pure microbiology or all that is therein in applied microbiology. This is just few of those. And this is all we've got for you in this class. We thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.